Hi there, it's Tracy here from the Papercraft Studio. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how I made this concertina card. So you can see these are the layers all open up, but here's the front of the card. So I've used garden birdhouses. I've had this in my stash for a while, I've never used it, so I wanted to use it in case it retired, but it's not, it's still available in the new catalogue. And I also wanted to use these gorgeous new slimline envelopes, so that's why I wanted to design a long card. So you get them in grey, white and green, so smoky slate, it's like smoky slate, maybe soft succulent and basic white, but they have this little pattern, so they're really pretty to go with that. So I'll show you just one piece of cardstock for this and then lots of stamping. So you need to start off with a piece of basic white cardstock, just normal, not thick, because we've got quite a few folds going on there, and this measures 8 inches by 11 inches. So I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. So with the 11-inch side along the top, you need to score at 2 3/4 inches, at 5.5, and at 8 1/4 inches. Okay, so pop the scoreboard away. You could do this on a trimmer as well, which I'm going to bring in now because that's the next stage. Okay, let me just check. I'm going to be in shot because I'm going to work at the bottom here. Just move some stuff out the way that it's just out of shot. Okay, so I'm just going to move my trimmer up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here at the bottom. So first of all, you want to line your, so we're working on the 8-inch side. You want to line it up at 1 3/4. So we'll have a look down here, 1 3/4. So you've got the measurements at the top and the bottom. So here, and you're just going to score up to this first score line here, okay? So I'm going to do it without getting my head in, so I might not get it bang on line. Oh, I did, not too bad. Then you're going to slide it along to 4 inches here, and you're going to score up to the second score line, which looks like it's about, no, a little bit more. So I'm looking, yeah, just gone over. And then slide it along again to 5 3/4, which I'm just going to check at the top here because I don't have the measurement at the bottom. And then you're going to score right up to this top score line here. Okay, so there we go, a little bit more. Okay, so that's how you start the card. If you've got this in a kit from me, I will have scribbled away the pieces that you don't need. So basically, if you have it, you've got your first cut here, second cut, third cut, so on. You're going to get rid of these sections. Okay, so if I put it around this way, this is going to be the long piece of your card, the second kind of page, I guess, the third, and then this is the little one at the front. Okay, so go ahead and cut down these score lines here to get rid of those scribbled sections. Oops, it's quite a lot to hold to start with, but it gets easier as you get rid of these big pieces. So this one away first, and if I haven't quite gone up to the score line for you, just give it a little snip that way as well. And then this last one here, by the last one it's not moving around quite so much. Okay, and a little snip this way. So just kind of looks like some stairs at the moment. So with this bottom one here, this is going to be the front, so you fold that away from you, and then this one comes back, and this is why it's called a concertina card, and it's going to come around like that. So you've got, let me show you again, forward, back, forward, back. If you don't end up with this little one at the front, just fold it the other way and you'll get there in a sec. So give all your score lines a little burnish. You can do these individually if you want to, but that's just fine. So I'm going to stamp in an order because I just found it easier to get the things like this pretty much in line, because that's, you know, kind of got to meet this little bit here. I had to have enough space then, or not too much space, for this to join. You can just draw something in if you want to, and again, this one I wanted this to be down here. So let's go ahead and start with the branch. So I'm stamping all of these in smoky slate. I tried initially in black and I thought it was a bit too harsh, so yeah. Cats are scratching at the door already. Sorry about that. Okay, so this one here on the first section, I'm going to just stamp mainly with the branch, the end of the branch in there. Now you can stamp this on a, you may find it easier actually to stamp on one of our piercing mats or on a magazine or something with a little bit of give, or one of our catalogues, especially when you're doing the birdhouses, because they, I'm going to bring mine in, they stamp better with a little bit of give underneath. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the bird on the branch. I'm just going to bring it down a bit so that I can roughly see where it is. Okay, he sat on the branch. It doesn't matter if you don't get it quite in the right place, he could be flying in, you know. So then the I'm going to have to get my girls to get the cats in a second, because that's not going to be fun all the way through. So now we're looking for this little one here, this birdhouse, and I'm going to do it far over to the left and as near to the top of this panel here as I can. So without again getting my head in, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Gosh, I can't see, I'm going to have to stand up to see where I'm going. About there, I might be a bit low. Oh no, it's not too bad. And then, like I said, we've got this little kind of hanging piece here, and I'm going to try and line that up. It might look like it's going into the leaves, but I don't really mind. Again, I'm going to stand up just to get that kind of roughly in place. That's fine, I'm happy with that. So from this side, looks like it's going to nothing, but here it's kind of looping up. But like I say, if you've got a smoky slate marker, you can just join it up, or even a pencil, probably with this colour. Okay, so another bird, we're going to come in, and he's going to be, oh, I should just do all of this stood up, then I'll be able to see what I'm doing. He's going to be just at the birdhouse there. Next we've got this taller, so it's this one down here. Let's ink that up, and this one's going to be stamped on this third piece here, but over to this side, okay, near the top again, so that we can fit the post in. So all of these are in smoky slate. With the post, it's got, I'm not sure if this is meant to be at the bottom or the top. I've put it at the top, so I don't know, I don't think it matters. So I think I've just got ink on me. I'm going to try and line this up. Gosh, it's hard to see filming. Ooh, not bad, not bad, doesn't look drunk. I've had a few that are a bit wonky. Okay, what else do we need? Oh, and then the birthday wishes, and I'm stamping that in Coastal Cabana. Just need to hold it as flat as possible, and we're going to do this over to the right. Lovely. And my shoulder crack when I stand up. Oh dear, getting older. Okay, now with the flowers, you have a couple of stamps here, this sort of thinner one here, and the sort of broader one here. The thin one will fit nicely down the side of your birdhouse here. And then maybe another one, where did I pop it? Oh, actually, I'll do the thicker ones first, get those in place. So I want them poking up above. Maybe some more down here. Let's try and stagger them a little bit. And then one more of the skinnier ones. Let's pop that down there. Okay, so they're just like, you know, little kind of flower meadow. I think that's all the stamping done. And then you see very clearly on here, I've done some little clouds. I'll just show you how I did those. So I'm using the cloud punch as a stencil. So all I'm going to do here, and I can do this out of one of the scraps that I cut off, I'm just going to punch a cloud. And then I'm using our blending brushes and Balmy Blue ink, because that's the closest to sky we have, I think. And you can do this before or after colouring. It's fine. You can do it before or after stamping even, but I quite like to do it after the stamping so that I could see where I was going. Basically, you're going to put your actually get rid of this now. Let me just see if I can put a different colour maybe underneath so you can see where I'm going. There we go. So I'm just going to put this cloud up here somewhere, put some ink on my brush and just start doing some little circles around the outline of there. And it's very pale to start with. I might flip it over and do this bit up here. Might do it a little bit darker on this one. And then you can gradually start to build up. So I'm going to leave a gap here with white so that I can do a bit of blue above it, but not the whole area. And then maybe I'll flip that again. Doesn't matter that we're going over the trees. So I've gone down and done this on the first 3 layers. So can you see it starting to come about now? It's a really nice effect. So I've done this top layer and I've only gone down to just about where it finishes on the next page, the second layer, and just a bit on the third because it kind of stopped a bit abruptly. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that off and then I'll come back to you for the next stage. Okay, so just coming in to do this last little one, maybe around the top here, and we're going to colour over that. So there you go. So you can see it's gone on to those 3 levels, but only just on this one. I'm going to pop my brush to one side. Just a nice way to create a sky scene. It was, when I first designed this, it was just a bit plain behind, and I thought, no, we need some clouds. Okay, so I'm going to show you now the colours I've used on here. Of course, you could use your own choice of colours. Oh, didn't stamp a flower down here. Let's do that quickly. Where did I put my ink pad? Here it is. Yeah, just a little one of the bigger sort of sets of flowers on the front here. There we go. Okay, so with the colouring, I've used light and dark crumb cake, light and dark granny apple green, light and dark flirty, did I? No, I'm not sure I did use flirty flamingo in the end actually. They're in my box. Light and dark fresh freesia, light and dark pool party. You can just assume they're light and dark for everything, but light and dark, what's this one? Daffodils and light, oh no, say saffron. Okay, so what I did, or you could use, if you wanted to, a little robin, you could use a little real red or something for his tummy here. So I just went with, I think I went with the darker of the two. So saffrons. Now, if you're doing a small area, use, if you haven't seen these blends before, sorry, they've got a sort of finer ink, a nib and a paintbrush end. They also tell you this is dark, so saffron, because, you know, when you've got them together, they look similar. This is light, so saffron. Okay, so that's how they work there. I'm just going to go ahead and do all the bits I did in dark. So saffron, so I did this little bit here on the roof, and this bit at the back. I did the little porch. You can take your time much more than me, I think. Oh, and maybe his tummy here as well. You could, you know, you could have any birds that you fancy. Then I did the light. I won't colour this all in front of you, I just want to show you. Light, so saffron on this one, on the roof. And I just want to show you here, if you're not familiar with blends. So I'm going to take, for this one, to get the shading here. So you can see it's darker here, it goes into light. Same with this one, it comes down dark here. So I take the darker of the two, or you can go over the same part with the lighter one. I'm going to take the darker pool party here and just do some colouring down that side. And again here, just going over a bit into here, because I want to give it a bit of, I was going to say texture, I don't think that's quite the right word, is it? But, I can't think of the word, it's not shadowing, I can't think. You'll be able to insert the right word for me there. So then I'm just going to come in, colour this. And again, if you've got watercolour pencils, whatever you want to use here, you can. And I'm just going to blend that just with little circles. And it's not actually coming out that dark. Did I pick up? I picked up too light, that's why. Let's use a dark one this time. Okay, so I did actually pick up too light pool parties, which wasn't my intention. So here we go. This one's darker. So let's go over the bits I wanted to be darker here. Contouring, is that the word? I'm not sure. Anyway, you just go over with this, with the lighter pen, just blend in this edge a bit so that you don't have a harsh edge, and then colour in the rest of this. And there we go. You get that kind of blending in, but it just gives it a bit of contrast. I don't know which word I'm looking for. With the birdhouse roof here, I just did this bit in light crumb cake, and I think around the bottom. This is for people doing the kits at home, so they know which colour I've used in each bit. And then I've used the dark crumb cake just to do this little section here, and to do these slats. Like I say, take your time because I'm rushing a bit. And also this post I've done in dark crumb cake. The birds, the rest of their bodies, feathers, I've done in light crumb cake, but you could do some shading on there as well. Let's see what else. The flowers, I've done a mix of dark and light fresh freesia. So again, you don't have to be too exact here. You can just kind of do little dots on the petals, little crosses, and because they're quite sketchy anyway. And with these, so you don't have to be really good at colouring. I'm not really good at colouring. So yeah, you can just fill those in, and then the front ones, I just really liked it with the fresh freesia. I thought they looked quite spring-like. And this also in this set has, it's great for if people have moved in, so you've got a welcome, birthday wishes, hello, so glad you're here. So it's a, you know, quite versatile. And then with the leaves, finally, I just did some in light granny apple green, or I might have done one side of the leaf in that and then the other side in the darker colour. So just kind of pick them out. And with the grasses down here, I've just sketched over these bits really roughly, just to just so that it's not too neat. You could colour these in with markers and do a different colour for the top, but I just quite liked it like that. I thought it was a bit more like wildflowers. And then the darker colour, darker granny apple green, just going to do some of these. So you can pick out which leaves, you can mix them up, and like I say, you can do a mixture on one leaf, however you want. So you carry on with those, and then there's a couple of leaves on these flowers down here, which you could just pop in this colour if you want, or you can just do it in the lighter one. So I think that's nearly there. There's a door to colour here, which I think I did in light, so saffron. And then that's pretty much done. So once your stamping's done, it's a very quick card. Oh, one last thing, sorry, keep spotting things. The branch I just sketched over in dark crumb cake, and then I went up a little bit here as well, so you can, you know, you can sketch over the lines a little bit. But there we have it, my garden birdhouse concertina card. I hope you enjoy making it. Take care, see you soon, bye.